Hey, they finished. All right, we up next. Let's get it. So what's up, everyone? This is your co-host, Christian Hayes, Twitter handle AO Shifty. Just wanted to bring to you all another crypto review. And today we have Quant Network. But before we get into Quant Network, there are a couple shout outs in order. So the first shout out goes out to Devin Booker and CP3 and the Phoenix Suns. Currently, as of this recording, they're up 3-1. So they have their final game tonight. And as most of you all know, I am on record saying that I believe the Phoenix Suns will get to the NBA Finals, which will be historic for them. And then also congratulations goes out to the Milwaukee Bucks. So they're up in their series as well. Congratulations to Chris Middleton and the whole team, BP at the gas station, Bobby Portis. But they are doing an amazing job out there. I'm very proud of them because I know Giannis and the whole team has a whole lot on their plate. And a lot of people are weighing in on them and they are criticizing them at times. But those are the couple shout outs. Stay tuned for Thursday's episode. You'll start to hear more of my thoughts and opinions on the sports side. But let's get back into Quant Network. So at Quant, it's one that if you have paid attention to any of my tweets or paid attention to any of the YouTube videos, you have heard me mention it, and congratulations to Quant. They are actually on Coinbase as well, so that's another place you can check them out, but we'll just go through everything as we usually do. So currently they're ranked number 69, and they have definitely moved up over the past couple of weeks to the months. They have a circulating supply of a little over 12 million Quant, with the max supply of a little over 14 million. And currently the market cap is basically 934.5 million. So then if they had a fully diluted supply, which when you factor a fully diluted market cap, which you factor in the max supply, with that, it would be over $1.13 billion. So the current volume in the 24 hours is over 22 million, which is very good for them. And just scrolling down on this one, the current price is basically $77. They have a lot of people that are watching this one, so over 52,000, which is another important thing. And if you just look at the chart, that's honestly an amazing chart. They've been around since 2018, and they had steady growth. There were ups and downs at times, but they're starting to have increased growth with more exchange listings, with the more that the team is doing over there. So that is definitely something big for everyone just to end up checking out. And you can continue just scrolling down to figure out more about it. So we'll start over here and just see, what is Quant? So Quant launched in June 2018 with the goal of connecting blockchains and networks on a global scale without reducing the efficiency and interoperability. That's a word you will hear a lot, and interoperability of the network. It is the first project to solve the interoperability problem through the creation of the first blockchain operating system. The project is built as an operating system distributed ledger technology and Overledger for connecting different blockchain networks. The project is billed as the first OS to be built for blockchains. So this is the final part, then we'll keep on going. The main aim of Quant using Overledger is to bridge the gap that exists between different blockchains. The backbone of the project is the Overledger network, which Quant builds as the ecosystem on which the future digital economy ecosystem will be built. So just keep going in. We'll go a little bit into Quant Network's website. And again, this time we're using CoinMarketCap. So off the bat, it's definitely a sleek website. That's something you can definitely see. If you want to play the video, you can play the video, but for the time being, I won't end up going through what the video is. And on the main screen, it says connecting all the world's distributed ledgers for faster, more efficient growth. And we'll just end up scrolling down. So then on the side, you have leading the connectivity revolution. And it says recent years have seen massive advances in distributed ledger technology, such as blockchain, DAG, and Tempo. The result is a significant shift in the way individuals and organizations connect and interact with each other, enabling them to exchange information and assets more securely, simply, and cost effectively. So Quant is leading this revolution. We have already developed Overledger DLT Gateway, the world's first DLT gateway for enterprise that delivers interoperability across different systems, networks, and DLTs. Now we're building on this platform to help enterprises, governments, and individuals across the globe benefit from the true potential of an incredibly powerful technology. This is something I really like. That is very much promising. So Quant Team Overledger DLT Gateway has game-changing implications for the world of distributed ledgers. Why? Because it delivers interoperability across systems, networks, and DLTs securely, simply, and cost-effectively, without the need for new infrastructure or introducing bottlenecks. By removing the barriers to interoperability, Overledger helps you to create a whole new world of possibility. So you got just a quick quote from Gilbert Verdian, who is the CEO and founder of Quant. Extremely intelligent man. If you ever have the time, just end up taking a look at his resume and just also who he is as an individual. He definitely has a lot of intelligent things to say, but he also has a vision that is not only good for Quant, but it's also good for the cryptocurrency space in itself. So his quote is, "We have solved DLT interoperability, thereby positioning us to re-architect our systems and create networks as connected as the world we live in, to help drive tremendous value, open up new markets, and realize new efficiencies for enterprise, governments, and individuals alike." So then connected to world-class partners, a big one, if you all noticed, you actually have two that are right here, but there's a bunch of them I saw. Oracle, you have Hohenberg, you have Blockchain Consortium, NVIDIA, Cloud, and Hyperledger. And then just keep scrolling down, you have some of their press releases when Quant introduces Overledger 2.0.1 with 4 new API extensions. Then you also have updates, their mid-year technology update, which is something you always want to see. You want to see what type of updates and their communication that they do have. So that's something that I believe is very promising. You can contact them. They have their registered office and they have their Switzerland office, and different ways that you can follow them. You can follow them on Twitter. You can follow them on Medium, LinkedIn, which is an important place. That is one of the most underrated social media platforms. You can find out so much information about a team and individuals and what their background is on LinkedIn, but you can also catch up with them on YouTube. So we'll start off with who we are. And just going into the who we are aspect. So it says, we are unleashing the power of networks as connected as the world we live in. And who we are, meeting the interoperability needs of an independent world. Today, we are more economically, socially, culturally, and environmentally interconnected than ever before. Yet it is becoming increasingly clear that our systems are unfit for the multifaceted coordination required to meet our new reality. And distributed ledger technologies can leapfrog these limitations, but the lack of simplicity and interoperability across DLTs and their inability to integrate with different generations of systems is preventing the technology from fulfilling its true potential. So just going down, you see some of their values. So being innovative is the challenge we love most. That's a big thing, always innovation. Another one is nothing big was ever built by thinking small. Problems are there to be solved. And then another one you have is learn to adapt to learn. So it's really cool, just the messages that they're sending and why Quant is different. I'll just list off 2 to 3 of them. So one is recognized market leaders in DLT interoperability, Gartner and other analysts. 2 is management team with enterprise background and experience and a mindset. Another one is flexible deployment options from on-premise deployments to dedicated SaaS to cloud marketplaces. So let's go a little into their journey. So our journey, where it all began. Quant's technology is the brainchild of founder Gilbert Verdian, who in his role at HM Treasury in the UK government in 2009, and later as Chief Information Security Officer, CISO, for a Department of Health in Australia. Already in itself, he's been and able to do this in multiple different countries. I told you, if you look at his resume or look on LinkedIn, you will definitely see a lot about this person. So Department of Health in Australia, first realized the full potential of DLTs, including blockchains, in solving the security-related problems inherent in the digital exchange of information and assets across our globalized world. It was this conviction that marked the beginning of an exciting and ongoing journey. So why it all began. This is the question that whenever I do any of the AMAs, I always want to ask them how it began or why it began. So although at the time, many felt that the issues of interoperability would prove irrelevant, predicting that a single DLT or blockchain would ultimately dominate the market, Gilbert foresaw that the market would continue to fragment rather than consolidate. As this foresight came to fruition, with silos and isolated solutions proliferating, Gilbert assumed a position of leadership on the front lines of interoperability, establishing the blockchain ISO standard TC307, which has since become an international effort by 57 countries and organizations working together to standardize the technology. So then the solution, a world first. In late 2017, after working closely with the UCL Center for Blockchain Research on early development, Quant set out to advance the original concept through a program which resulted in the filing of a patent. So next we'll go into meet the team, which is another big thing that I always like to look into and just get an understanding of who are the brains behind this. So you have Gilbert Verdian, who is CEO, so he's a recognized pioneer in cybersecurity and DLT. Gilbert's experience and enthusiasm make inspired leadership. Then you have Peter, who is the CTO, and Peter excels in solving complex technical problems by encouraging a positive and collaborative environment. Then you have Lara Verdian, and she is the COO, so Chief Operating Officer, with a truly hands-on approach and exceptional attention to detail. There is no one more capable than Lara of bringing big ideas to life. Then you have the head of innovation, which is Dr. Luke Riley. Nothing inspires Luke more than helping to shape the future with bleeding edge technology. Already off the bat, there's more than one person and you know the people. So that gives you a little bit of confidence and trust within the company because you see it's numerous different people. And you also don't have to end up worrying, do I actually know who they are? Or is it just going to be an anonymous team and it's going to be a rug pull? Although some anonymous teams are perfectly fine because they go through with what they're supposed to do. They just don't come out as who they are. Then you have Martin, who's the CPO. So Martin is driven by a love of building industry-leading teams, which develop groundbreaking products. Then you have Gagik, and he is the COO of Americas. Then you have Miss Angel, who's the CMO. Then you have Neil, who's the board director and vice chairman of Comcast Corporations. Then you have Guy, who's another board director from Rockefeller Capital. So a lot of people in America, already off those two names, you definitely know what is going on with them. So you have Comcast Corporations and you have Rockefeller Capital. So those are two that a lot of people do know or have heard of. And it's just promising and exciting to hear something of that. Of course, that doesn't mean everything because you have to see exactly what they're doing and are they going to go through with what it is that they're putting in the roadmap and stuff. But it is good to see and hear the different people that are part of the team, what their backgrounds are, and then seeing who's a part of their board going forward. So I already told you earlier about some of the partners. So another one, you have SIA, SIA, so interoperability in the financial world. DLT infrastructure provider Quant joins forces with high-tech SIA or SIA. So SIA chain infrastructure. And then another one, you have Oracle, huge. People know about Oracle. So Quant brings its ambitious vision for DLT interoperability into the Oracle global startup ecosystem. You have another one. You have basically LAC chain. So Quant partners with LAC chain or LAC chain to enable an interoperable financial infrastructure for tokenized currencies and to improve social and financial inclusion across the LAC region. They even have Amazon. So everyone knows Amazon. And you hear a lot of times people talking about Quant Network on social media and stuff. Just listen to this video and you'll see some of the reasons why people are talking so much about Quant Network and why the price continues to go up, or why it just got listed on Coinbase and why it's going to get listed on other exchanges. But Quant Network introduces blockchain interoperability to Amazon Web Services. Then you have Hyperledger. So Quant Network is collaborating with Hyperledger to advance cross-industry blockchain technology and enable universal interoperability. So then you can go to contact us. They even have careers. So if you're interested in wanting to join the change, you can end up going there. They have a couple of jobs, a good amount of jobs that they have. And that's always good to see because they're looking to expand. So that is very promising of them. And you can end up going into some of their technology. You can go to their About Us, the resources, the use case. That's something else that some people don't necessarily know what the use case is. So some of the stuff it says, facilitating a global ecosystem for digital assets. Today, the use of DLT to digitize and tokenize physical and illiquid assets can unlock new value and trading opportunities, and also enabling open access to CBDC for the first time. And then also another one is unlocking the potential of stablecoin for commercial banks. Very big. That's all I'm going to say. That would be very helpful to a lot of companies around the world. So unlocking the potential for stablecoins. So the challenge, the emergence of stablecoins such as the JPM coin and Wells Fargo coin has given rise to new and highly efficient methods of tracking and accounting using digital assets by allowing transactions to be shared between cost centers and P&Ls via DLT. Significant cost saving and reconciliation and auditing are possible. And the benefits go further, much further than just efficiencies in accounting. The ownership and history of digital assets can be easily tracked and transacted between different internal or group stakeholders. What's the solution? So the solution would be, despite the advanced and innovative nature of the method, however, involving participants outside an organization is a major challenge. This challenge is that you cannot transact an internal banking stablecoin with other participants unless they are all on the same DLT network. Why? Because to do so requires DLT interoperability. As things stand with DLT, every owner of a digital asset has to invest in their own IT infrastructure merely to transact. Clearly, such a condition is unworkable. Benefit? So Quant Technology is changing this situation by allowing entire banking systems to seamlessly interconnect and interoperate. Flows of digital money that could previously only take place internally will be impossible between any participant, whether inside or outside the organization. By opening up trade corridors for the interchange of stablecoins, we're enabling value creation not possible today. So that's just a little bit about, again, always make sure to do your own research, but you can just click around. You can end up looking under the technology, their solutions, their enterprises. Clearly, they have a reason and show what the use cases are going to be. You can end up looking into their insights. You can almost look at anything on here. So they have a lot of answers to a bunch of questions. You can end up looking up other news things, like I said, them being in the news, how you can get in touch with them, partners, you can meet the team. And we tried to cover a lot of it because we know a lot of times people don't necessarily have all the time to go through this. So I wanted to end up just coming through for you all, giving you another opportunity to listen and take it all in, play this back a couple of times and just see what they're doing. And just so you all know, there are a good amount of exchanges you can get them on. There's going to be more, but right now we do have quality exchanges where you can pick them up at. So you can go to them on KuCoin, Coinbase exchange that just got there, and they have the Quant USDT pairs, but then also Uniswap. You have the Quant WETH, so with Ethereum, wrapped Ethereum. You can get them on BitThumb, Kyber Network, Bancor, IDEX, 0x Protocol, 1inch, Coin Metro, FatBTC, Hotbit, BitTrue, and just always look for the liquidity. That's always very important when you're getting in and out of trades. And then you have Dodo as well. Switch.io has some. So, but your main ones, look at FatBTC, you have Balaxy, Coinbase, you're always going to have enough liquidity there, definitely. And Uniswap, it's always promising. When I've been using Quant Network or investing in Quant Network, typically I've been using KuCoin and Coinbase. But once again, whichever one, it's your preference. But that's basically all we got for you all today. So until next time, I'll catch you later. I'm out of here. Have a good one, 6 men and women. Enjoy.